Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and the World Tournament is just about to finish up. Pretty much have my rank set in stone here. I'm going to be in between 170. That's sort of the rank I'm going to hit, which is fine. You know, I'll go ahead and take that. I was much more concerned about being #1 local to get the 2 copies of LR Demon King Piccolo, right? That obviously was my primary concern. Now, obviously, you know, I'd like to get higher and higher and higher to get more potential orbs, but at this point, I have rainbowed a vast majority of units that are even useful, right? So, like, really me getting, like, a lot of extra potential orbs at this point, it's just really to rainbow, like almost like throwaway units, right? Like memes, right? Like, I rainbowed the... Well, I rainbowed the SSR for the STR Demon King Piccolo, because it was old Demon King Piccolo, right? But I actually did that to help me beat the Legendary Goku event with the Namekian team. That was the main reason I had done that. Oh, I wasn't really paying attention. I was like, oh, our rotation sucks right here. So I've kind of played a little bit around with the 2 teams I was using. I wanted to do a follow-up video here right at the end of the World Tournament just to kind of show what I've been rocking with since. Now, I tried out Omega on the team. Omega, of course, does work as a support-type unit. He's giving 40% attack. He's also giving 2 ki to full power, which, of course, is both Dragon Ball Super Broly as well as Legendary Super Saiyan Broly right there. But, you know, Omega, him lowering that attack is not, like, he lowers his attack by 40%. That's not good enough. Like, you'll still get killed, so you can't really rely on that. Now, like, in a situation right there where only Chaozu was hitting me, oh, I need to... You know what, one thing, I saw someone post on Dokkan subreddit, and I really need to do it as well, because I think if you... Like, if you put Jacko or Chaozu in, like, one of the first couple slots of your team, then people fighting you will face Jacko and Chaozu, like, in these rounds like this, right? Like, I believe, like... So... I gotta put Jacko and Chaozu to help people out, because even though you could say, like, oh, well, wouldn't it hurt your rank if you're just helping out your opponents? It's like, well, no, it's just about not being a dick, right? Like, you don't want to go out of your way to sort of, you know, mess with people, I think is a good way. Like, I'm not a fan of people who just have bullshit as their friend lead. Like, at any point, like, you know, just like some random card that, like, no one wants to use as a friend leader, like, you're just a dick. Like, that's it. It's just very annoying, because the friend system is already, like, not a high point for this game. Like, what they really need to do, it's very simple, is just create an exact copy of your leader. That's it. And he would sit at the top of the friend list. That's all you have to do, because that would promote more summoning for whales, because it's, oh, if I rainbow Android 13, I can use Rainbow Android 13 as a friend every single time, because I rainbowed him myself. I think that change, which would take no effort by the dev team, it would literally promote more summoning, which, like, if a change is going to be made in Dokkan, you know, you could do a very simple thing. Would it make them more money? What I just described would make them more money. So, yeah, it's very simple to do that, right? That's definitely what needs to be done. And then, you know, you could have, like, a friend supporter be a different one or whatever. Like, you know, then at that point, like, you know, free-to-play players and stuff like that could still, like, try and search out the friend lead and stuff like that. But, like, that way, at least, like, you know, even for free-to-play players, like, okay, I could summon for DokkanFest Piccolo, because if I pull him, I can actually use him. You know, there's things like that. Like, it's just, I don't know. There are some things that the game can change. Like Dokkan, I would say, has done very well with positively improving itself a lot throughout the last couple years, right? But, you know, there's still more they can do for sure. Like the game has to continue to evolve, or else, you know, people will fall out of favor with it. It's just like that. But, like, this really feels like pretty much the best build to me. I mean, maybe there could be subtle differences, right? Like, maybe you're going to use, like, the physical Golden Frieza instead of Omega. Maybe you just toss, like, LR Cell on the team. Maybe slide Turles to leader or something like that. Just, like some change like that, right? But, like, generally, this does seem to be pretty much your best bet to move through the World Tournament very quickly. Double LR STR Broly with, you know, Turles or Dragon Ball Super Broly as your leader or something along those lines. Jacko and Chaozu. That is how you roll through the World Tournament, right? That is absolutely the best method. Now, the team, we're going to finish out one run, and then we're going to go through a second run with the other team I used. I actually used that a lot yesterday. That team actually, I think, would work very, very well from what I saw. And that's where I have Cooler as the leader for Transformation Boost. I did like that because one thing I would like to really point out to people when building these teams is not to have a dead slot on your team is very important, right? So, like, let's say you want to run Transformation Boost, but you're using, like, Super Boo as your leader. He's a dead slot. He doesn't do anything for you. You know, a lot of people run 1000-Day Goku in the World Tournament. Right there. He doesn't do anything for you. So, oh, by the way, literally today is a day 1000 for me. I should point that out. Sunday, March 15th. I'm going to try and put this video up today, I think. But literally today, I get 1000-Day Goku. So that's cool. I mean, it's not the biggest deal because obviously he's not as good, but it is still going to be like another Rainbow LR for your boy. So that is good, right? Yeah, we're good. So yeah, that'll be cool. But like, look at this guy's team, right? 1000-Day Goku does nothing. He does not provide anything to the team whatsoever. Like, he's dead weight. The only thing is, I guess he would have prepared for battle, so, which he would have with Dragon Ball Super Broly and then the LR SCR Broly, but that's it. Right? Whereas at least with like the Transformation Boost team I was rocking with Second Form Frieza as leader, he's an AoE. He's also a Transformation Boost leader, right? Even Cooler is not dead weight, provided you're using Transformation Boost units, right? Because then he's a support. Wait, no, he's not. Cooler is not a support type unit because he's going to be buffing Conquest of Terror because there's going to be multiple enemies, actually. Okay. I just... Alright, sure. He still works with... Oh! Nice. We got this is the best bonus team, I believe. This gives you the most bonus points. So like this single fight right here against this LR team right here, this is the most points you can get in a single match against this team. But yeah, okay, so like he's a Conquest of Terror support type unit, so it would be like Frieza. Is Cell's not on Conquest of Terror, right? Even though that's stupid. Like, I feel like Cell should be. Like, Terrifying Conquerors, like, Cell should be on that. Because, like, Cell was... was he really conquering? No. But, like, he, like, destroyed the army and, like, created all the havoc and terror. Like, I don't know. I feel like he should probably be on that category. Let me double check, but I believe he's not in the category, right? So, oh, man, the only unit that Cooler is really buffing to that is... that Frieza I use then. Unless... At that point, it's like, do I take off, like, LR Cell or Dragon Ball Super Broly and put Second Form Frieza on there? That seems counterproductive. I might do that, actually, as weird as that sounds. Because then at least, right, like, Cooler would be buffing everyone except for LR Cell. But LR Cell is already the most powerful unit on that team, so it would work well. And with between the higher buff from Cooler... Yeah, here, we're going to go ahead and rock it out. Between the higher buff from Cooler for Transformation Boost plus... forgot what I was going to say. That's okay. Right, here. I'm going to actually go ahead and make that change. Yeah, we're going to put Second Form Frieza over Dragon Ball Super Broly. I know that sounds super weird, right? But Broly is not on Terrifying Conquerors. So, like, he's not going to get the buff from Cooler. So we'll get rid of him. And we're going to bring in Second Form Frieza, who is in Terrifying Conquerors, and so is the AGL Final Form Frieza. So we'll see how this performs. And then I could still bring Dragon Ball Super Broly, yeah, because he does fit under the leader skill. Yes, that is fine. He's not going to get the buff. What unit was that? Is that... Oh, okay, people are trolling because the World Tournament's about to end, I think. Okay. Yeah, what do we have? 19 minutes left until the World Tournament is over, so this guy looks like he's using a weird team. No? I haven't seen this team before, but no, he's not using a weird one. Okay, sure. Whatever. Whatever, my boy. Great. Okay, so it's like this whole, like, prelim round looks like we're not going to get Cooler with either of the Friezas at all. So, like, again, he is sort of going to be dead weight. Oh, man, I forgot about that when I was using it yesterday. I didn't notice either. Wow, what a scrub. It's because, like, when I'm looking... It's a habit I have from Physical Kid Buu, where when I'm looking to see if a unit's support type passive is active, the unit I'm searching for is the unit itself, right? Because Physical Kid Buu, the easiest way to tell if he has his passive active or not, like because when you're at, like, you know, 81% or 79% or something like that, the easiest way you can tell is when Kid Buu is not giving himself ki, right? Because not only does he give himself, you know, the attack and defense, but there's also the 2 ki buff. that he loses once you fall below 80%. So, like, I would look at Kid Buu like, oh, the key's not active right there. Boom. Okay, so I know. Because remember, Kid Buu doesn't have key links at all, right? Right? Kid Buu doesn't have any key links? Pretty sure he doesn't have any. That's going to be one issue for, really, like, all versions of Majin Buu, pretty much. Except for, like, you know, like, Buu Gotenks has Over and a Flash. Buuhan typically will have Shocking Speed. But, like, you know, Kid Buu, Fat Buu, units like that pretty much struggle with key. Like, you're going to have to build them in ways thinking that they are going to struggle with key, right? Alright, so we'll do this right here. I probably should get Cooler a super attack. Nah, I'm not gonna, because if I use a key up item, it's gonna push Cell into 18 key territory. Of course, you always want Cell, just like STR, LR, Broly, to hit, their 12 key super attack. That's why I like nuking. I'm not really the biggest fan of nuking strategies with, like, LR, STR, Broly, or Cell, or something like that. Because it's just not going to work that well. You know, you're going to be getting that 18 key super attack first. I mean, I guess if you would aim it at, like, a powerful AGL opponent that a powerful AGL unit that your opponent would have, it wouldn't really be so much of a big deal. Because at least with that first big attack, he's hitting that AGL unit. And then with the second attack, it's the AoE. And, you know, you got your double chance for crit and all that. But I don't know. I actually would like to see them... Again, I do think a World Tournament revamp is coming... you know, we've seen some breadcrumbs, some evidence, some whispers, some hints that a World Tournament revamp is on the way. So that is good. Obviously, that is very, very good. So we'll see. I mean, is that going to intersect with PvP? Like, are they going to make this new upgraded World Tournament World Tournament have something to do in conjunction with PvP? I mean, we'll see. Who knows, right? There's no way to tell what they're going to do. I don't know. But we'll see. The only thing about, like, PvP and even, like, a different World Tournament format is it does change, sort of, upcoming units, right? Like, if they change the format for the World Tournament, I would not be shocked if a summonable LR or Dokkan Fest exclusive either came directly before or directly after, who is designed primarily to obliterate that mode, right? So keep that in mind. If you're a free-to-play player and you want PvP in Dokkan, just understand that if that does happen, they will monetize it. They're going to do that. And, you know, there's going to be units that are going to be designed to dominate, destroy, obliterate PvP. And they are going to be summonable. And then there's going to be a have and a have-not situation, just like Dragon Ball Legends, right? Where Dragon Ball Legends made updates that makes it so that, like, if you fight a true whale, like a true whale, you don't really have a chance in Legends unless you are, like, a god with the skill, right? Because, like, that red star system, you know, you start running into 14-star Super Vegetos and shit, it's not pretty. Let's just say that. That's just not fun. So, you know, keep that in mind. But as you guys can see, you know, both of these teams do work pretty well. I mean, the MVPs remain Jacko and Chaozu. There are no other units that do exactly what Jacko and Chaozu do, by the way. There are some units who do, like nerfed versions, right? Like, I've seen sometimes people will run the Int Jacko on their team, usually if they do not have Tech Jacko, right? But Int Jacko is pretty much just a waste of a slot, because I believe he has a 10% chance. No, Int Jacko has a 7% chance to stun all enemies for 1 turn. So, you are probably not going to see it very often. And, like, for most free-to-play players and stuff like that, see, we had a bad turn right there where we had 2 AoE attacks and we weren't able to finish off that Cooler. That is another weakness with this team right here, this Transformation Boost team, is that so many of the really powerful AoEs are all physical, which puts you at a disadvantage against STR units. And not only is there 50 LR Brolys, like 1 million LR Brolys running around out there, now Cooler's added to the mix. There's still the OG EZA Broly. There's, you know, the Piccolo, the STR Piccolo from the Metal Cooler movie who's an AoE. Arale is an AoE. Like, there's just so many STR units you will frequently see. And then, you know, Fat Buu. I haven't actually seen too many Fat Boos recently. Oh, nice. We're going to end with a bonus fight. That's cool. I have not seen too many Fat Boos, but I have seen a number of, I believe, STR Majin Vegetas. You know, because they, of course, are going to create STR Orbs as well, so just sort of keep that in mind. Okay, this is, like, best-case scenario for, like, this rotation, right? Because here, Cooler is giving 50% to both Second Form Frieza as well as AGL Final Form Frieza, so that's obviously going to be very, very good. And then we have STR Cooler. He'll be mop-up. I imagine that Krillin is going to get annihilated by AGL Frieza, but potentially he could finish up that Krillin. What's funny is this fight where Frieza does this, I actually watched that Goku versus Frieza fight during this World Tournament. Oh, man, that shit is so good. It really is. Like, if you haven't watched it in a while, like that, like, once Goku goes Super Saiyan, like, you know, provided you skip past some, like, the filler stuff, that fight, it is, so, like, it really is so iconic. Like, that's like the grandfather of anime big-time fights right there. Goku versus Frieza, like, holy, is that big time. But, okay, so yeah, we're done. I should mention again that I do get 1000 Day Goku, I guess, in like 4 or 5 hours or something like that. Today is day 1000 for me. Wait, how many minutes do we have left? 12, so I probably should do another run. I'll just talk, but we're wrapping it up. I do want to remind everyone as well that Dokkan Now is tonight. I don't know what time I'm going to upload this video. I probably will upload, I might just like upload it right away or something like that, but Dokkan Now will be tonight. It is not a live stream. It's going to be a video that the Global Dokkan, like, they're going to make live on that Bandai channel. It presumably will show us many details of the Saiyan Day celebration, but I would like to keep in mind for people that it's probably not going to show everything, right? Like, they might not show, like, who's going to EZA or something like that, and then that would be something that would be revealed, like, when we get celebration info. So if you guys are a little bit disappointed maybe by what you see out, I'm sure whatever, like, summonable unit, like Super Saiyan 4 Bardock or something like that, I'm sure that will be super hype. Everyone will be excited about that. But, you know, if the celebration seems lacking from what they show us, keep in mind there probably will be more that they're not going to reveal during Dokkan Now, because the previous Dokkan Now for the STR Blue Kaioken Goku celebration on Global, there were many details about that celebration that they did not even cover upon in the first Dokkan Now, so keep that in mind. But, alright guys, I'll go ahead and end up here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys did good in the World Tournament, and I will catch y'all next time.